built this. This car is called the RTRD. So this is the first car we've ever built and sold to a customer. We've always kept all of our secrets to ourselves.
Yeah.
But we figured that the time was right, and I really like Abdul Hadi and Al Jazeera team, so we built them this car. And there's a lot of really cool, unique things about it. You know, if you look at a lot of the, you know, standard drift cars, technology isn't really built into it, and this car is like fully engineered for drifting. And not only the way the suspension works, but it's also built to be able to be repaired quickly. So if you really look at the car, I mean, you can see, you know, the engine and the engineering, everything is just very purposeful, and you know, everything is super strong, very light, everything is rounded, you know, there's nothing to move around or get in the way of anything. But when you talk about the engineering, if you take a look up here at the front, you see this is our crush zone. So in drifting, you know, we're close to the other car, we're close to the walls, and we crash. It happens, right? So this car we built so that if it hits the wall, it can be fixed very quickly. Most cars are very solid in the front. So when you hit, the impact goes all the way here, bends the shock tower, and when that happens, you're screwed, right? So we put, you can see here in the front, we have an aluminum bumper, and then there's this steel box, okay? So if this car was to get hit in the front, the aluminum bumper would bend and take the hit, and then if you hit it hard enough, you would bend this steel. And it's meant to bend in so that you don't mess this up. However, if it does, all of this stuff is unboltable and replaceable, so that you don't need a whole new shell. You know, these cars are very expensive. So, you know, it's essentially built to crash. You don't want to, but it happens, right? Yeah. This whole entire car is all composite. Everything is fiberglass. This car weighs, I don't know the kilo offhand, but it's 2,800 pounds. So stock Mustang is 3,400 pounds. So this is like, you know, 600 pounds lighter than the stock car. This motor, it's a 427. It's a Ford Racing crate engine, 650 horsepower, naturally aspirated, 600 foot-pounds of torque. Obviously, you know, the roll cage, you know, inside, it's all very simple. Nothing that you don't need and everything that you do need. So, you know, you can see the cage, very strong. Door bars. Again, you're drifting, people are on your door. If somebody, you know, drives through your door, they're going to hit that and you're going to be safe. Just a simple switch panel, carbon fiber dash, very simple gauges just to tell you everything you need to know and nothing that you don't need, right? Under the car, we have adjustable sway bars. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't see it from the front, but we have basically, they're different than the factory sway bars. The factory sway bars are molded and they bolt, you know, to factory locations. We have these just single spline bars, and they're just very easy to change. So we're constantly tuning the car. You know, you're separating the forward bite and the side bite, and that's how we do that with sway bars and shock adjustment. So everything in this car is adjustable. You know, if you go to a track and you need to be, you know, faster or slower or make it turn left better than right, you know, this car has all that adjustment that you need. And in the rear, we have the same thing. Yeah, this is fuel injected, yeah. So obviously this is a fuel cell, and we have the same situation with the bumpers in the rear. You can see the aluminum bumper will fold, it will crush this if it has to, and all of this stuff, you know, can come out and be repaired very easily. You can see there's not much in here. All the weight, everything's cut out of it that's not needed. All weight savings, and you know, just very engineered to kick ass, basically.
It's so simple, but it's,
what's that?
It's so simple, but it's powerful.
Exactly. It's very simple, and that's, you know, race cars should be simple. These aren't street cars. These are built for a purpose. So, you know, a lot of people put a bunch of things on cars that you don't need. It's weight, it costs money. Also, very simple.
Also the glasses, they changed.
Yeah, the glass is all plexi, all the way around the car. Again,
what about the angles?
Weight savings. The steering angle?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the front, there, you know, drifting you need steering angle, obviously. So what we do is we modify the knuckles. So basically you have your spindle, right, which the hub bolts onto and the wheel goes on. So you have a point where the tie rod from the steering rack moves the spindle. So we shorten that. No, not a spacer. You actually cut the arm on the spindle and make it shorter, and then that makes it go further.
So it won't touch even the body inside.
Well, we space the wheels out in the front. That also puts wedge and more bite in the rear of the car.
More flexible.
But also allows it to not touch the frame. Yep. And then we don't put too much. We make sure that the amount of angle we add to it, that there's no interference. You don't want the wheels touching the body, or else you'll slow down and spin out.
I just noticed something here. That's that button.
Yeah, that's a fire extinguisher. Nobody pull that. No, that's if it right fire extinguisher. Yeah, that catches on fire. You pull that, and there's nozzles inside with a. It'll So nobody pull that, please.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't be pulling that this weekend.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, so so it's just very simple, this car is basically, I've been drifting Mustangs since 2005, so 10 years. So, this is 10 years of development, my feedback and my team's engineering. I like to think we have one of the best teams in the world. We've been doing it for forever, and we've had a lot of success, and so we put everything in it. This actually too, one cool thing, like this is a whole one rear quarter panel. So if you break this just comes off and put a new one on. So yeah, simple but functional.
Super functional. Can you start the engine from this? Or what's this for? For the engine?
Yeah, that's the main power.
Okay.
What about the computer?
This is a Motec M84 computer. Motec, without any question, is the best ECU on the market. They're not very cheap, but they don't fail, and they can control a motor like nothing else. When you're controlling a motor in a computer, it's all about time and how quick things process, and nothing works like the Motec does. So, but yeah, that's about it. Anyone have any questions?
Any questions?
I own drift. I've done some racing. This car is, it could be used for racing. It's just a different setup. This car is fully adjustable shocks. So if you were going road racing, you would change the sway bars, the shocks, maybe the springs. Right now on the racetrack, it would understeer the way that it's set up. But it's very easy to change the balance of the car to make it work for that.
What's this strip for?
Oh, this is brakes. In Formula Drift and some other series, you have to have a brake light on the outside of the car.
Okay.
So that the judges can see when you hit the brakes, just in case you want to play dirty and you brake check somebody. The judges can see when you're on the brakes.
Can you tell us about RTR?
About RTR? Yeah, sure. Well, RTR is my company. It's something that I started. We introduced it in 2009, and it was just kind of my idea to create a new generation of Mustangs. I kind of felt like the aftermarket styling of Mustang was kind of getting stale, and nobody was trying anything new. So I took things that I thought would appeal to our generation. Inspiration from Europe, from Japan, from American car culture, and kind of meshed it all together to what I feel is a very tasteful, aggressive, functional car. We have a Spec 1, which is just an appearance package. Comes with a chin spoiler, our wheels, tires, the rocker splitter, rear diffuser, rear spoiler. And then we have our Spec 2, which is really what ready to rock is. You know, RTR means ready to rock, and for me, that's like ready for whatever. So that car comes with adjustable sway bars, adjustable shocks, and you're able to, through adjusting those parts, put whatever balance you want in the car. You can make it drift, you can make it grip, and you can make it drag race. And it's not the best at anything, but it's really good at all of those things, and a lot of fun for the guy that wants to go to the track and have a comfortable car to drive on the street. So that's why we launched it, and the brand's been doing really well. I mean, we have dealers all over the world. Our closest dealer is here in Saudi with Al Jazeera Ford, and hopefully we'll get some more partners out this way. And we're just plugging away. You know, I'm fully self-built. You know, I just a dude with a dream, and I've been chasing it for the last 10 years. And you know, I don't plan on stopping. So rocking and rolling and having fun. You know.
You're based in Saudi or America?
Sorry, what's that?
You're based in Saudi or America?
I'm in America.
Yeah. Always sideways, yeah?
Always. Cool.
Right. We are very glad, by the way, to have you here by Muscatstangs team. We are very excited to have you around, actually.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too, man. I appreciate it. Everyone's been really cool, and it's cool to see the Mustang love out here, and I'm sure it's growing. And you know, with the new Mustang coming, I'm sure it's just gonna grow. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The new car's really cool. I drove it. I've only driven a prototype, but everybody's gonna love that thing when it hits the ground. So
Definitely. And your presence is a credit for us, actually.
I appreciate
Thumbs up.
it.
Thanks.